Well, by the way, we are live with Carlos Mencia. I shouldn't say this, but I'm kind of happy that Starbucks are being shuttered because people fell for the burnt and bitter $5 thing. I'm like, no.
Right?
Do you agree?
Listen, I got into a fight the other day.
About what?
Oh, here's the deal. I didn't, sometimes I'm in the mood to play the game and sometimes I'm not. That's just the way it is. So I went, it was at a Starbucks at LAX and it was like 5 in the morning. They just opened up and I'm like, hey, can I have a large latte? And the lady's like, do you mean a venti latte?
No.
And I was like, and I literally was like, no, bitch, I mean a large. No, because I'm not playing the game. I want the large. And she was like, well, we call it a venti. And I was like, I don't care what you call it. In America, we call it small, medium, and a large. And I want the large one.
So move your venti ass and make it for me.
And she wasn't going to make it for me. She was like, I don't understand what you're saying. So I started speaking Spanish to her, right? So I'm like, lo que en español tal vez así. And then she's like, in America, we speak English, sir. And I was like, exactly, bitch. And venti is not English. So get your ass in gear and give me a latte. And I don't care if you spit on it in front of my face. I'll still drink it in front of your face to show you. I didn't care. It's like, what is wrong with people? Seriously?
Who's better for America? Do you think Barack Obama or John McCain?
Oh, now we're getting...
Well, you know what? It depends, I think. If you're old, it's McCain. Because you're like, we can do it still. And if you're a minority or you're white guilt, then it's Barack. You know what I'm saying? Because Barack is good for white America. Really. Because white America right now sucks. White America is horrible. White America doesn't laugh at anything. White America's the serial killer. White America. Because, you say black around white America and they're like, did you say black? Yeah, but I said black coffee. Oh, there's African Americans here. I don't think they're gonna like that. Maybe you should put some milk in that coffee, sir. Are you serious? Like, there's so much white guilt. I got friends that are voting for Barack, don't even know why they're voting for Barack. Like, that kind of white guilt. Like, who are you voting for, Barack? Why? I don't think. I mean, it's about time a black guy runs. Shouldn't it be the right black guy? I mean, in your head, I think he's the right black guy. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
But should there be a Mexican president, though?
God, no, not yet. I mean, come on. Why? We're not even ready for a black president. Let's remember the guy's half white. Let's put all of this in perspective.
Yeah.
We're going with a black guy who's Harvard, Brown educated. It's not like we're not voting for the what's up, yay. We're not voting for that black guy. We're not voting for the bling bling guy. We're voting for, he's a black guy with a white attitude.
One step at a time.
Yeah. I think, in 4 years, then maybe a black guy can, maybe Kanye can run in 4 years. Do you know what I'm saying? But we could go for a Latino, I think. But the Latino's got to have like he can't have an accent. That's right off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's ever going to vote for, listen, I'm telling you that I'm fighting for the people. That guy is never going to win.
What happened to that San Antonio guy? He was on the track and then he...
the sex...
No. He was in San Antonio. Richardson.
Yeah, New Mexico.
New Mexico. The problem with him is nobody knew he was Latino. Seriously, Latinos did not know he was Latino because his name is Bill Richardson.
Yeah, you need to change your name to something more Spanish, don't you think?
His name is Lopez.
The day he gets in office, what does he do? Okay.
You know what's funny? He didn't do that. Like, I talked to him. I went, people don't know that you're a Latino. You need to throw in your Latino. And he's like, I don't want to exploit that. But the funny thing was, this is how I knew that nobody knew. He ended up doing something on Spanish television, Univision. And they were talking to him in Spanish, and they were like, hey, why didn't you, tell people that you speak Spanish and that, you're a Latino? And my father was changing the channel, and he got to it, and he was like, I didn't know he was a Latino. I would have voted for him. I was like, but Dad, you don't even know what he runs for. He's a Latino. He runs for us. That's who he's running for. All right, Dad.
Carlos, do you know the #1 rated news broadcast in New York City now is Spanish television?
Is it really?
More than ABC, NBC, Fox put together?
Yeah. But Spanish people that speak Spanish that come to this country are really loyal to a sick degree. Like, it's sick. You know what I mean? Here's what happens. Somebody gets here from Mexico. They found out what the station is. First of all, if they're in the Chicago area, they move to Cicero. I don't know why. I don't know how that works out. But when I was in Cicero, I felt like I was in Tijuana, Mexico. I'm not even kidding you, man.
Cicero used to be like big Italian mafia place.
I don't know what it was, but I'm telling you now, it's like, Viva la raza! That's exactly what it is, bro. I went and I wasn't even watching wrestling. It was luchadores with masks and everything, bro. You
That was at the
how creepy
drive-thru.
No, it was. I was at a park and there's a guy in a suit with a mask. And I was like, dude, are you kidding me? This is funny. And I was like, that's hysterical. You're playing the guy from the Mexico. And he was like, ¿Qué tú estás diciendo, mi amigo? Yo soy de Mexico. I was like, oh my God, you're a real deal mask guy.
Yeah.
So they moved to Cicero. And then what happens is they find whatever that station is and they turn it on when they wake up in the morning, and they don't turn it off until the end of the night.
Well, then
and
we need B96. We need you to pump us up in the Latino community.
Well, you are, but see, you got me. You just don't have my dad. That's the problem. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you have
I do,
all
yeah.
of us. We're here for you, bro. We got it. You're down. We get it.
Yeah.
I can't get my dad to B96. That's the problem.
He won't switch brands of beer either, will he?
No, he will not.
Yeah,
dude,
see,
no.
you lock
That's
in
the
at
only
29,
reason. That's the only reason I did the Budweiser commercials. It's the first time I said yes to people saying endorse our product. Because I always call my dad and go, hey, Dad, this gin company wants me. No. But when I was like, Dad, Budweiser wants me to do a commercial, my father was like, Budweiser? The real, but with the class de horses and everything? And I was like,
Did you
yeah,
tell him it's
Dad.
now a Belgian ale?
Yeah, it's Belgian and what is it? South American. I think it's Belgian and Brazilian. InBev just bought out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
So where do
does
your
Dad
checks
think
come
about that,
from?
or have you not?
I have no idea. I
have
don't
you
care.
not told Dad yet?
But what your dad used to drink?
My dad drank Budweiser.
Oh,
That's
my
it.
God.
That's all he drank. I'm telling you, the first time, here's what happened. I signed a contract with Budweiser, and, I don't, listen, I'm happy of what I get, and I'm glad, and I don't look into particulars of stuff. I just go, that's enough. I don't care. And I called my agent up, and I said, hey, we're having a barbecue this weekend. Come over. So he calls Budweiser and says, hey, he's having a party. Send over some product. You know what I mean? So, like on a Friday before the Saturday, my dad runs in. There's a Budweiser truck in front of the house. What's going on? I go, I don't know, Dad. So I go out there, and the guy's like, hey, Budweiser, really cool, sending you some free stuff. And I go, Dad, they're sending me free stuff because I just signed a deal to do a Budweiser commercial for them. And I look over, and I'm like, Dad, are you crying? And I swear to God, you got to understand my father. My father never cared. He never asked me about how I'm doing in the business. He never asked me about money. He never does any of that.
Yeah.
He just always asks me, how are you? How's your wife? How's the family? That's all. And this is the first. He's never said good job, standing ovations on shows. Never said anything. He looked over to me with teary eyes, and he was like, you have made it in this country, mijo. And
his priorities
and he
straight.
started yelling. I swear, he started yelling in the middle, my son is getting free Budweiser! And I was like...
B96.